Hi, like you, I have several keys on my keychain. Of course, there's that one or two that I don't know what they're for. However, there are a number of keys that are for different things, that and purposes, right? The point is that the keychain, it doesn't just have one key, it just has many, right? And it has different ones that are important. When we look at the gospel, we look at our Bible as a whole, in the same way, there are a variety of things that are mentioned in the Bible, but the one thing that's very important, just as well as the others, is our relationship to one another. I want to stick on this thing about the kingdom and relationships because it's so vital. It's so important to Christianity. You know, sometimes we leave that out, and I think, and I just could be, something I feel more strongly than others. I feel and I think that our individualism in America, not that individualism, capitalism, free enterprise is wrong, it's not, but our individualism somehow gets so a hold of us that we take it that just like God, the only thing that matters is that. And the reality is that everything matters to God. So it's not just that I matter and you matter, we matter. And when you look at our Bible, there's not just a you and I, there's a we and us and them, a togetherness that's mentioned quite often. You know what I love about Jesus is that there are times where, actually there's a number of times, but three I can think off the top of my head, when the religious leaders, they went after Jesus' disciples. They ate with unwashed hands, they found fault. They went through the grain field on the Sabbath and, rubbed the grain in their hands and ate it, which was unlawful to do on the Sabbath. Another time, they're looking at John the Baptist's disciples versus Jesus' disciples. Well, why did John's disciples fast, but yours don't? You know what I love about Jesus? Even if or when the disciples were wrong, if you notice Jesus, he defends his disciples. He doesn't excuse them, but he defends them. Why? Because it's a relationship. Grace is also a relationship. It's not, God's kingdom is one of grace and freedom, but what does that grace and freedom do? It establishes a relationship. And when we look at our Bibles, we need to consider the fact that relationships are so valuable. And you and I need to ask ourselves that question. Are we understanding that the kingdom, the value of our relationships and us spending time together and what we do in spending time with one another, getting to know each other, knowing, about our lives and becoming friends and our family and our children and our wife's name and our husband's name, what's their job like? What's their day like? Things like that. Are we in one another's lives? Are we in one another's homes? You will find in the Bible often they were in one another's homes. You can't deny that. It's there. Why? Because relationship is important. It's a part of the kingdom. And it's something that God really wants us to invest in. It's really required. It's part of the kingdom. We can't say it's anything less. It's a part of the kingdom. Even in the book of Romans, Paul would say things like, I read Philippians last week, but here too he would say, be affectionate, be kindly affectionate to one another with brotherly love and honor, giving preference to one another. That's Romans 12:10. And even Paul would say, a lot of times, we got to obey God. We got to obey God. Well, part of obeying God is what? For he who loves one another has fulfilled the law, has obeyed God. Guys, today, subscribe to our channel, Grace and Passion, our YouTube channel. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know what you think. Our relationships are valuable. I love you. God bless and have a great day.